Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll take an in-depth look at the Minecraft Bedrock Edition minecarts. Before we begin, I want to alias Minecraft Bedrock Edition to Be Minecraft. I can't call it Minecraft Bee as Minecraft bees on their way. With that said, on to the minecarts. It's by no means a secret, the Be Minecraft minecarts are broken. For example, if I place this cart on this rail here next to another cart, you'll see them travel along the rail as though powered by some invisible force. The use of power rails here is especially significant because they act as brakes when they are unpowered, so those carts should not be able to move. However, should those carts be undisturbed, continue they will, unto the end of our age. I've set up a steep incline here. Surely without friction and without power, these minecarts will stay in good order at the bottom. Yet here go those carts again, ignoring physics, ignoring mechanics, and ignoring the wishes of Minecrafters everywhere. So why do Be minecarts act this way? Collision boxes. My current theory is the minecart collision box doesn't properly rotate with the mesh in the rails. The rotated collision box is invisible to us, but infringes on the space of the cart next to it. The game detects the two cart collision boxes overlapping and tries to resolve it by moving both carts out of the way. This results in both carts pushing each other the same way forever. Have you ever noticed how minecarts rotate 90 degrees when they leave a north-southbound rail track? I think this may be an anomaly caused by the cart mesh correcting itself to the collision box. Just like so. I've gone ahead and placed a minecart in place at the bottom of this rail. Carefully watch how much space is left in between two carts when they collide. Note how the stationary cart nudges forward each time it is bumped. Now here's the same scenario, but now the stationary cart's orientation matches the fixed rotation of its collision box. There's no bouncing, and the stationary cart stays in place. It doesn't appear to happen to boats, however, as you can see here. Next on the list is hopper minecart unloaders. There's some odd behavior around when a minecart can start itself again after it has been stopped. Here's my basic double speed unloader, simply two hoppers under a rail. Unfortunately, we can't just put this down at the end of a rail and call it a day. We need to perform calibration. Just to show you that this is a true double unloader, you can see it's counting down by 2, and each hopper is getting 1 every update. I went ahead and I laid down several tracks with 1 all the way up to 11 powered rails beforehand. When I activate these rails, the minecarts travel across and unload. The rails I've marked with red will not return their cart when the opposite side is powered. All of these unloaders, except for the first one, are double unloaders. The minecart doesn't make it far enough across to unload. And just to be safe, I also added another set on the other side, just of the first 6 though. This shows that it works consistently both ways. Now here I am powering the middle, and you'll see a whole lot of carts aren't returning. So those are the numbers you have to be wary of. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. Now with 1, there is a special case, and I'm going to show you right now. If you only have 1 braking rail, it will double unload, and it will go back across. Just something to keep in mind if you have a small farm that relies on hopper minecarts for pickup. Another thing to keep in mind when looking at these simple double unloaders is that they don't necessarily take into account the extra circuitry required for a sensor-based circuit. Here I'm showing that the fix for one powered rail does not scale up to 6 powered rails. There's just too much momentum and it smashes into the wall, resulting in only a single speed unload. At least it goes back though. And here's the other set. I'll just run these quickly. Perfect. Completely consistent. And just as a reminder, be wary of building one of these circuits if you're going to have 2, 3, 4, or 6 powered rails powering your minecart. Using the information from the previous section, it is now easy to build a simple track to bring a cart across to an unloader. But what if we need faster unloading? Here are a couple high-speed designs I like to use. The quad unloader can unload items more than 4 times faster than a hopper, but can easily be saturated once you exceed that speed. Here's the hopper layout I use. Here's the dual superspeed unloader. It uses 2 minecarts to double the unload speed. Effective unload speed is around 6x when the unloaders are saturated. I figured I'd just give it a test run to show you that it's actually double the speed. Here's the quad super speed unloader. The effective speed is about 9 times a single hopper once the hoppers have been saturated. Until saturation, it can unload 64 items every few seconds. Once I add these items to the cart, I'll just fire it off and show you how fast it unloads. So by the time we got there, it had already unloaded more than 64 items. Here's a sneak peek of a design I'm working on. Not sure when it'll be finished. I'm just looking into more optimizations. As you can see, it's another quad super speed unloader. But it uses droppers to make sure we don't saturate the storage system. As a note on the design I'm going for, I intentionally wanted to use as few hoppers as possible because they tend to create a lot of lag. Also, they're very expensive, especially when you're looking at 9 separate hopper streams. Trying to separate those out is extremely expensive. Thank you all for watching. I hope you learned something new. See you in the next one.
Minecart out.
And the robots be killing, 'cause nobody